Evening, all. I hope you're all doing well, and it's Derby Day, Derby weekend, and I want to just start on one thing before we get into it. Is you'll get a lot of Sheffield United fans going, they're going to relegate us, we're relegating you. Just remember, we were relegated from the start of the season. From the start of the season, we were already done. We already had point deduction, we already weren't being able to pay it in. If we get something more, I'd be damn impressed with those lads. I really will. And we've got to be a bit positive. Hey, Osha, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Ian in Football Kid, hope you're well, mate. Hope you're having a good evening. Ian in Sharman, hope you're having a good let's try and keep positive for the game tomorrow. And tough lad to be proud of. Yep. To be fair, for them to keep doing what they're doing and just having it that they are still turning up, playing a game and having to do really well. Just say, oh, hey, Adam, how you doing, mate? Evening, Daniel. Evening, 61 Chickens, how you doing? Mental health check-in, 1. Yeah, I feel that I'm about a 2 today, Mark. I'm a 2 today. Just been a difficult weekend. United must be nervous if somehow we get a goal, still they're 1-0, and then embarrassingly, it'd be interesting. 7.5, Eno, hope come on out. Ian J would be more embarrassing us relegated at Bramwell Lane or the Bunts not being able to put them down as a report. They've got a good point. You got a very, very good point there. The thing is, they're gonna go at this to try and make it their Boxing Day massacre, but we're already down. We're already down on numbers, but we're not down in spirit. I think in spirit, the lads are still there, and the lads will still be there even when they get down, because they will want to try and get that win, especially at home. I hope we can get a decent result. Same. There is a watch along tomorrow, so join up for that. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Had a good day today, so solid 8. Nice one, mate. 6. Hey, but how you doing, mate? How are you doing? I saw you in and out of hospital again. I hope you're doing better, mate. I really wanted Murphy. I know we all wanted Murphy in net, but we just don't have any luck in that goalkeeping department, do we? We just really don't. 26 people watching, 9 like girls likes up, please. I much appreciate it. It's really like kicking a dog when it's down, in it. Yeah, it is. I'm fine at my default 8.5. Yeah. I think the thing is, everyone going into this, like, a lot of the fans are going into this, like, going, oh, this is where we're at. But it's not. We were already down the start of the season. Danny predicted this in May. He said in May, last game of the season, they're going to be in for a battle, and it's going to be a relegation battle. How right he was, and how right we all believed him. We all believed him that something's going to be going down here. If he's already saying the last game of the season that's something going to be bad, then it was it. Absolutely knackered. So I'm a 5. Not good, not bad. So halfway. I wonder if Ding will have I hope Ding has a good game. He's a good player. All good. Can't keep an eye down. Good man. Good man. Imagine we won 14 of our final game, finished on 35 points. If West Brom, Oxford, Leicester don't win another game, greatest game ever. Yeah. Let's make the most of it. It will be the last time they beat us. True. Could Ugbo start and get a win? Could you imagine? Could you imagine it? 0-0 and Ugbo gets a 95th minute penalty and buries it. So post that, we would be seriously cut to United if they don't get promoted this season. I have seen that. I've seen the same post saying that they are, if they weren't going to get promotion, they're going to be having to cut a lot of stuff next season, because it's the last season with parachute payments, isn't it? So they really needed to have a good season, and they've been okay, but they've not been brilliant. It's a shame West Brom couldn't do a result today, but they're looking at like they're going to have another manager in. It looks like their manager's for the chop, and he's only been there like 6 games. So that's going to be interesting. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world of football, especially in the Championship. There's so many twists and turns that are going, like QPR beat Hull, 2-2 for Leicester versus Stoke. Leicester getting in Gary Rowett till the end of the season. One I wouldn't mind at Wednesday if we went that way. Coventry 2-0 versus West Brom. We needed a result there. 1-0 for Swansea. 3-1 for Pompey. Not a good result there for Millwall. Really not a good result for Millwall. At their own place, they kind of took themselves out of a bit of trouble there. And interestingly, didn't play Bannon from the start. So Bannon didn't play right from the start. He came on as a sub, so it's interesting, that one. Sheffield Wednesday versus Leeds retirement home. Yeah. Got a sneaky sister going down next season with how it goes them. Yep. I like Ugbo in League One. We'll good hopefully. Same. Things will be better when we get good owners in League One. Get the Cubbo button ready for tomorrow. It's not just if that Leicester get another point to us and they're going down. Yeah, Leicester are in a real bad place because the Prem are wanting more point deductions on them. And I think I read an article about Leicester and it said something like, if they go down, it could potentially bankrupt them. They live on my road. Apparently 2 teams are Wednesday United fan fast away in the crash. So that can, oh mate, that's awful. I hope the families are doing well, Adam. Adam, I really hope the families are doing well. And I know doing well is a bad thing, but we will do that 15th and 17th minutes. We will 100% give them that minute's applause. They deserve it. Just horrible. Imagine Leicester away next season. Leicester away next season could be interesting because if Leicester are in the trouble that they're apparently in, they could be the next one bringing in a certain people to try and help run the club in terms of administration. They are banking. They are 100% banking on Gary Rowett doing a Gary Rowett job, which he's very, very, very good at doing. But it's going to be difficult. Like, generally, it's going to be very, very difficult to do. When was this written? Like that. Cheers, Guy. You give me an article and you don't tell me when it was written. Brilliant. Lovely. So yeah, it's interesting. I don't understand how Prem can 4-point deduction. Oh shit, so I hear about that. Thoughts of family. Yeah, same. Not great. I think it's that whole thing of wanting the point deduction. Surely the point deduction should come in the Prem if they ever got back. But it's not great. You look at some other things, like, I think, was it Birmingham or Blackburn or someone recently sold the women team to themselves and stuff? It's something like that. It's something really weird that has happened. Love and respect to kids and their loved ones. Yeah, exactly. Oh, it wasn't a crash. It was an incident Bridling involved in a carbon monoxide poisoning. It's one of them. We'll see what happens. Either way, it's not nice at all. We'll see what happens and how it goes. Not how it goes, but you mean we'll see how the families are and stuff. We will respect them. We'll respect them and we'll give them that minute's applause that they both deserve. Just horrible when you have that in the back of your head in terms of what's going on. But it is one of those things where you look at what's going on with football in general, in terms of like finances. Like, if you looked at the championship table, right? You look at the championship table, and if people said that Leicester City, West Brom, Norwich, Sheffield United, Stoke were all in the bottom half of the table with Southampton in 11th, people would also go, what the hell going on? People would go, yeah, that's not real. That's not real at all. Also, members who fancy a meet up in some, oh, defo, we're definitely going to try and do that. We're definitely going to get a meet up going. 100%. Punk in the park, yep. I've already got an idea for it. I've got to do some planning for it, but I've got an idea for it, which will be good. But like, you look at that table, it's ridiculous. Like, Blackburn getting a result on Friday night as well. Where the hell did that come from? I'm Mishaway. I'm a Mishaway in Chester, riding in on a broken goal. Yeah. When the Derby were in a mess a few years ago, we're in the same situation. Look at them now. True. It's funny how life reminds us that football world, while painful and instant the delight of such dangerous events. Yeah, football has a good habit of bringing people together to remember what everything's like and how everything's going. But you have to football can be really strange, where it can divide families and people, but it can also bring people together in these times. 34 people watching, 13 likes. Get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. And if you're new here, please subscribe. I see YouTube having a little bit of a cull on the subs at the minute, so it is what it is. It happens every year. It's going to annoy me how much it means to them and possibly relegate us tomorrow compared to all 20 fans who had checked out the championship already. Yeah. I think up until we got that second point deduction in November, I thought we were maybe getting a chance of getting out of it. Like, I had a small possibility we were going to get out of it when I started seeing us getting little numbers. You see the draw versus Blackburn. You see some of the draws we've had this season where we've been close. And then we got that sixth. It killed it. It just killed it. Evening, Nat. How you doing, mate? Also, can everyone just say congratulations to Adam proposing to his missus? Congratulations, mate. He did the old one down on one knee, did it in a really nice area as well. Congratulations. Also, follow Jake on Instagram. He started doing loads of yapping content. I have indeed. Really good. No way, mate. He done the scary bit, which is going, I want you to be with me forever. Kind of thing. Now you get the fun part of planning a wedding and then having to deal with all that. When we planned ours, it was every 2 to 3 weeks we were at Sarah, Beth mates, and what now my really good mate, Beth mate, house, having drink, dealing with the wedding planning and just being like, oh God, this is doing our heads in. And like for me, I got married at Hillsborough. So Hillsborough will always be my church. Who do you think a best player season? I've gone for Ingleson this year. Ingleson's been my best player this season. He's been very good in that midfield and done really, really well. Gabriel Adebayo been good. I always want to say Gabriel Adebayo every time. But yeah, player of the season for me is Ingleson. I just think he's just been really good in that midfield. And seeing him playing a different position as well. I think the new position of him playing a bit more of what his natural position is, I've really, really liked. United been where we are now, up and onwards. Exactly, mate. The thing is, we're going to have this bad period and it's not going to get fixed overnight. We have to remember this will not get fixed overnight. This is going to take a while to fix just because of the damage that one man has done. And we can all say it. He's done more damage than we know what's worth. So Sante's worked his socks off. Fair Ingleson. My mum doesn't like him for some reason. Does she not? Oh, fair enough. Some people, you got to remember, people are different. Like, we got the thing is that MK Dons are kind of blowing it a little bit in League 2, and if they don't go up, we don't see Patterson. I really don't want to play Patterson next season. I just don't. He was my favourite player. I've got his signed shirt upstairs in my wardrobe. And the full new squad, true. And the thing is, it's going to take a while. I think I said it a lot, and I said it multiple times, that I think we're going to need a couple of seasons in League 1 to really, what's the word? To stable ourselves, right? We need to stable ourselves. Joe Barney were incredible before they got injured. Yep. Even Squillier was fantastic as well. I miss Pato too. Chance of getting Patterson? You never know. You never know. There might be a chance. He did love playing at Wednesday, and he didn't really want to leave. But for him, it was more a case of thinking about his future and getting it all sorted. I think he was just fed up with it all. And any player that left during the period when we were going through the stuff with DC, I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. At the end of the day, they were getting messed around. They want to go. I would like Cooper back next season. Same. Yep. Really need a win now. We do. Let Brew, I miss Big Day. I hope it's not. I don't think it's when I say a couple of seasons, it's 2, Justin. So it's 1 season to get ourselves stable again. And then the next season you go for it. I'm not talking like 5, 6, 7 seasons. I'm talking just 2 seasons. 1 to get us stable and then 1 to get us back. Because if we went up first time with everything that's happened, we could be in the position where we turn into that yo-yo team that goes League 1, Championship, League 1, Championship, League 1, Championship. And you don't want to have that as your tag. You want to be able to go, right, we've done League 1 for a season, then it's League 1, go up, then it's Championship, then it's have a stable bit in the Championship, maybe get a couple of 2 seasons getting mid-table, maybe 1 season just fighting off relegation, 1 season getting mid, then going and have the promotion push, a la Sunderland done in the past, that kind of thing. Josh Windows definitely one of the best midfielders in Championship in his bearing injury. He'd been really good for Wrexham. He's still got those little injury things, which is interesting. I think 2 or 3 seasons in League 1. Fair enough. If it thunders right, we could. If it thunders right, we could come straight back up. I agree, but I do have that scary thing that I don't want us to come back too soon, and then having a season where we're having to fight off relegation because we need to do it. It's one of those ones where next season's, and the summer's just going to be mental, by the way. I'm mentally prepared for it and mentally not prepared for it all at the same time. 39 people watching, 13 likes. Get those likes up, people. I'd like to be pushing playoff next season, but built on that to get autos. Yeah, you want to kind of do what the first season we did with Darren Moore. First season under Darren Moore, we pushed for playoffs. And the next season, we tried to push for autos and we didn't do it. We had to go in. Like, it's so law that both teams above us hit up 100 points and we're on 90 and still don't go up. It's the most Sheffield Wednesday way of going up ever. Let's be brutally honest. But yeah, it's one of those weird situations at the minute where I'm already looking at next season. I've been looking at next season since about middle of December because I've known that we're not staying up. I've known it for a while. I've said it time and time again when people said, oh, we might do this. It's like the team's heart is there. The problem is they haven't got the quality. And Pedersen said this. Pedersen said the quality's just not there for this league. It's just not there, sadly. Interview tomorrow when we leave 47-0. Pedersen, I'm proud of the boys. Yeah, I am getting a bit old with that, but not much else I can say. Just be competitive next season will be a plus for me. Yep, and win a couple of games. I'd like to come straight back up. 2 seasons is probably more realistic. Let's see what the new owners want. Yep. I'm also looking forward to 6 points at Huddersfield next season. Can't stand them. I'm hoping we can start doing things the Man City way. The Man City way will be good in terms of like buying young, having good sell-on values, then maybe selling them on, then being able to have the first dibs. It would be good. For majority of them to have been way before they were ready. Yeah. There've been so many of our squad this year where you've gone, oh, it's always been the case that I've been shouting, and I am going to put the megaphone here. I've been shouting for the longest time, let youth the academy. But then it's also been, let's not do it this way. Not this way. This isn't the way I wanted the academy to be used. I wanted them to gradually get used and stuff. Ugbo for Ballon d'Or versus United. Yep. Imagine scoring more than 1 goal in a month. Yeah. We have a goal of a month goal now. But yeah. Overspending, getting 15 charges against Justin and no punishment. Yeah. It's mad, isn't it, that they're calling for point deductions on Leicester. Yet they can't get the case done for Man City. The reason why the Man City case is taking so bloody long, it's all political. They don't want to fuck off. Mind my French. It's 18 stream anyway. But they don't want to F off the Saudis and stuff because they're doing deal with the UK government. I 100% believe it's all political, but I'm not going to get political anyway. But you look at this season, right? Let's have a look at who top scorer is in the championship. Because I want to find out because I'm intrigued. Haaland top scorer this year. Championship. So, Vinnick is 60. Right, 13. Ollie McBurney, 12. Like, you look at that, it's mad, isn't it? Bait. I feel like Rick Perry of the FO were going to guarantee punishment to match. Yep. The problem is Man City, they get the punishment, then the opponents need to lose with 2.5 billion quid for getting them put into the lowest rung of pro football. True. Jake, I was recently in Thomas and spoke with a fella in their club shop in Norway. No one person has controlled over their club. It's giving. I like that idea. I like the idea of not being one person that's in control of their club. I've seen that model before. It's kind of like an AGM, isn't it, where everyone got a bit of the club. I do like that way of doing it. I like the German model where it's 51 rule, and I like the idea of that. And I think England needs to be looking at that a little bit, how it changed. I think it's something I'm trying to spell. Oh, ish. They only won. They are in League One, I believe. I think the big thing for me with this independent regulator, I think they need to try and be making football a little bit easier in that sense with how it works. Yeah, I've only doing, yeah, exactly. There's a lot we can learn from a lot of the clubs overseas in other countries that do it differently and be able to do it sustainable as well and make money. They make money. Like, for the longest time, clubs haven't made money, and then you start seeing little ones do. We've got 90% under 21s. We need to do a full squad of the build under 21s and slowly sell players that aren't good enough, letting them go for free. As for Man City, yep. Given how well Bromley's that 57 million budget, there's a lot we can learn from. Oh, 100%. And we didn't have so many injuries. I think if we didn't have so many injuries, it wouldn't be that bad. But I think if we managed to keep one or two of them, it would have been good. So I'd really like to know everyone's thoughts on who we should bring in next season realistically. Yeah, put some names out. Who you think we could bring in and who you think could be a go-to. The future is bright, the only way is up. Yeah. I think for us, we desperately need to have something help us in a sense next season. Next season's got to be one of those seasons where we build on something. One of the issues I have about next season is that I really want us to hit the ground running. My fear, if we don't hit the ground running and we're having to play a bit of catch up, and it all depends on how far this takeover goes. We want this takeover to be done and dusted by May. It got to be done by May. Let's be brutally honest. That's what it got to be done by. But it could go on, and you don't need that. But at the same time, we have to look at what happens. There's lots of moving parts. Basically, wealthy individuals can make financial contributions, but they can't dictate how the club operates. I like that. I guarantee these buyers are jumping through hoops to take on the huge job. Oh yeah, 100%. They are jumping through massive hoops to try and get it sorted. 100%. And fair play to them, but I think the thing is, football's so annoyed with how they are run or how the money's coming in. but then they don't have a problem when it's oil money. Kind of thing, or if it comes from like a certain place where there's bad human rights. I really like that young lad for that was at Hull now. Nadal. Yep, this is why I don't want the mind of 15. Yep. We apparently got some dibs on Chelsea youngster loan as part of the load. We'll see what happens. But at least we'll start on 0. Yeah, starting on 0 is a good thing to start with. The squad is not championship quality. I'll be fair. I don't even think it's League One quality, if I'm honest. I'm really moving towards the idea of the DFL or slightly stalling the gas schedule thing, given Whitfield indication recently. It does feel that way. I don't want to say that, but it does feel a little bit that way. Annoyingly, and I want to make sure that we're not in that position where we're having to say, oh, it's this, and this. I want to make sure that we're not saying it because X, Y, and Z. That's the last thing we need to be saying. For us, it needs to be a situation where we are... how do I put this? Where we are not having to have someone to blame. It's the case of moving on from what's already happened. And that's the thing for me. It's about moving on from what happens with other people. And it's hard. Like, if you want a good one for us, if you're looking at Scottish Championship and you're thinking how are Dunfermline doing in terms of scorers, Andy Todd is Dunfermline's highest goal scorer. He's also the league's second goal scorer. He's 19. He's 19 and he got... Yeah, he's 19 and he plays in like special made glasses, which is interesting. Playoff final, Millwall Blunts, back goes to win, or Wrexham Windass. Would you keep Pedersen if we got New Ocean? Does he... I would like to keep him, but at the same time, I would say no. Just because I think we need a fresh, clean slate. Like Worko just said. I think we need a clean slate. I give him some sort of role as a director of football or helping in the academy with the kids in kind of thing. Go, look, we're not going to keep you as manager, but you seem to have got a really good relationship with the academy lads and the academy. Why don't we keep you in an academy role kind of thing? They are 7th in the championship. Yes, they are. But they are also having... They have dropped a little bit. They've lost 3 on the bounce. And a couple of wins gets them back up there. And it won't be good if they are drifting towards that. And that could be manager related. That really could. Last time I checked, they were about, 4th at one point? They went past Ayr. Like, they're only 4 points off 4th. It looks like top 3 is out of reach. But they're only 4 points off 4th. So get a couple of wins. You never know. But they have had back-to-back losses, which won't be good. But again, it's early days in their ownership there. I can't believe my luck. I've been looking forward to the new F1 season for ages. Sadly, Aston Martin pre-season has been drafted for the L at the L's last one. Yeah, it's been bad on it. It's been really bad. But they went on a run last time and they beat us. True, they did. But it could be interesting to see what happens. You do get the feeling from outside looking in that Sheffield, when this new ownership, are going in the right direction, right? It's going in the right direction to trying to get them in. Man at 60 Hector. Hoping you get at least a draw. I'm hoping we get a draw tomorrow. Well, mate, really am. Just draw would be lovely, but we'll see. We will see what happens there, but it'll be interesting, won't it? They got to beat up first, Adam. True. Very true. It's it's one of them at the minute for me. I'm ready. I think like all of us, we're all ready for the season to be done, and we're all ready for the takeover to be done, so we can move on and start seeing what the plan is for next season. Right now, our biggest issue is we got no plan for next season at this moment in time because the takeover is not done. And all we want as fans is a plan, a realistic plan, and I don't say what motivation, but a realistic plan and a reason why we should get behind them and how we get it done. I have family from Dunfermline, so I keep an eye on the results from time to time. Want a shirt, but they at expenses. How much? 75 quid to 100 quid for a shirt for Scottish Championship club. Jesus Christ, that worried me on pricing of shirts. We need to forget this. Oh, this season's dead. This season died. This season died a death the moment we started. I'll be brutally honest. This season was done and dusted a long time ago. Yeah, that doesn't fill me with that much hope, mate. If that's how much the thinking shirts are going to be. The last thing we want to do is going back to that kind of shirt stuff. I'll buy it because I'm a sucker for shirts, as you all know. But that is expensive. Yeah, that sounds like Chancery's there. I'm happy to give contact blood to you if they while they really want it. If they have a plan, at least that start. Yeah. Takeover process is painfully hopeful. Worth the wait to many painful years. I don't know. Oh yeah, well, 100% worth the wait. You got to remember they are only technically in the second month of the takeover process. Most takeovers take 3 to 6 months. You will sometimes get a takeover that goes longer. Because of X, Y, and Z. You'll sometimes get a takeover that takes a bit longer. But yeah. Dunfermline shirt. Are you sure that's right, mate? Dunfermline shirts are 55 quid. They've reduced them to 41. I'm on the website now. 41 for an adult home. 33 for an adult away. Not bad, actually. I may actually buy one in the next month. That's all. I bet Chancery is begging on the street. Yeah. Let's have a look. I've not watched any football in 2 weeks. I just feel better. Yeah, it does feel better. Does feel better. Hoping Ball does not set the shirts. Where did you get? I'm on the website, mate. They were 55 quid. But they've got no home shirts left. They've got larger. You know? Oh, swallow me. Have a look at the away shirt. Don't like red shirts. Just saying. Don't like red shirts. I'm allergic to pigs. I can't go. Are you going, Tom? Yeah, who's going? Who's going to this, the big game then? Let me know. Interesting as well. Dunfermline are sponsored by Felix as Gamdon. That won't be able to happen in that won't be happen with us. Let's have a look. It is on normal. Is it on normal TV? I think it's on Sky. I don't think it's on ITV. I will check. I believe it's only on Sky. But I will check for you, mate. You do a little bit of looking live. Let's have a look. Radio Times. Oh, I think my mum still buys the Radio Times, you know. tomorrow. 12 p.m. It is not. It's just on Sky. It's only on Sky, not free to air. But they've missed the trick there. Somebody told me not to bother doing the about 55, mate. Reinforced the table. I've not hardly been out this season. Reinforced the table while they've got the tapped in the shoes on ready. Yep. Did we manage to get a new strike into for tomorrow? No. They are trying to get a deal sorted with Drillcock. But it's a case of going with the agents and trying to see what the agents say. What Danny and Gassama we win against Hart plus Bowling cheer me up plus the Norwegian start next month. Oh, I'm gonna watch. I like watching Norwegian football as well. I'm gonna give that a watch. What's your feeling with the left bullshit? Yeah, that's not a bad shout. Yeah, it is on Sky, so yeah, it's interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how we get on. Tart Gregory, yeah. Hope Wilder post matches about Wednesday's 90s players again. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Like, I always find it interesting when you get the whole, we're on this, when he does when he said about the cat thing. It's interesting with what's going on with Wednesday at the minute. Where we want to make sure we can get everything right and make sure everything is in the right way for this game. But it's so difficult to plan for any game this season because I don't know how many you've seen some of my videos recently where I've been talking about the defense and how all season we have not had a back line that had been consistent. There's either been a goalkeeper injury, a goalkeeper suspension, a new goalkeeper on loan, then Palmer in there, then we've had a goalkeeper come back, then we've had our regular keeper come back, then he got injured again, then we got another lone keeper, then we've now got another lone keeper. Then you look at the back, how many people at that back line have been injured? You've had Iorfa injured, you've had Cooper in and out of the squad, you had Weaver out, you've had McGee who's done okay, but he's a kid. You'd had Valerie leave. You'd had Palmer be there. Then you'd had Allo leave. Then you'd had Max Lowe get injured. There's been no cohesion at the back. You then go to the midfield. It's been just sticking it together badly. I'll be honest with you. It's going to sound like a wild take. We looked a little bit better in midfield since everything's not gone through Baz. Not going through Baz helped us a little bit. Just don't let Bamford go. Bloody hate him. Yep, same. Don't want Bamford going. Don't want any of them going. Wilder is. Yeah. Did you see the tweet from Sheffield United, by the way? Sheffield United put a tweet out and I found it hilarious. Sheffield United. Yay, my 3D printing task is done. Yay. Yeah. Let's have a look. Where's the tweet from Sheffield United? Oh, it was weird. Have they deleted it? Have they actually deleted it? Yeah, they deleted it. They put a tweet up turning around saying, please don't swear and don't sing any songs that are a thingy kind of thing. I must admit, I'm not a fan of Wilder. Really looking forward to see. I'm looking forward to seeing what Weaver again as well. Same. I think for me as well, you look at that midfield as well. We've had it where it's been quite nice not playing everything through Baz because he's not been there. So it's been having other people to take up that mantle and try and do it. Up front, I'll be honest with you, I'd rather play Charlie as a 10 and then put someone on the right. I think that's why we're trying to get Drewbury in so he can go on there. I'll put McNeil as a 10 and then play Nadal and Adelolman on that left hand side going in between each other. Could have done with Brown this season. Yep, I agree. Did they get Gaunt to write their own version? That's funny. But yeah, Brown not getting injured could have been done because he was looking really lively. And if if it was in January and we lost Bailey, but we knew we had a fit Brown, I wouldn't have been that mad about it. And I wasn't mad about it really with Bailey. It was a case of money come in, there's a bit of a sell on as well for him, was good. But if Brown were good, it would be good. Lowy's not back tomorrow, no. He's still, I think Pedersen said he's still a couple of weeks out, sadly. And missing Max Lowe had been a big blow. He'd been a huge blow for us because he'd been Mr. Consistent up until he got injured. He was doing like the bits which you wouldn't think about. You just know he's there and it get it done. I think Bailey's level is League One, to be honest. I think there's a possibility if they... I think there's a possibility to loan him at some point, but Wrexham are an interesting one. I won't like Wrexham are interesting for me. They're currently in 6th place on 51 points. Birmingham has suddenly popped up into the championship table. Like table it reads so far now, Coventry on 65, Middlesbrough on 62. Middlesbrough were on a really good run. Coventry got a run going. Millwall in 3rd, lost today. Ipswich are in 4th, lost today. Hull, lost today. Wrexham win. Birmingham win. Derby are in 8th on 48 points. 49, what? Preston, you can go from probably about QPR to Wrexham could all make a run. I think 42, 41 and 45 maybe a bit of a push. No point rushing any player back. No, I agree. Love Wrexham, so I hope they get promoted. Same. Trust Nat. True Nat. There's no sense in rushing any of them back. At the end of the day, I think everyone just needs to come back once they're ready. Because it's not there. Like, you look at the bottom. Let's take us out of the equation. We're down. We already know we're down, so we're out of it. High League One. See you soon. Oxford, Leicester, West Brom, Blackburn, Pompey. I think Norwich have got enough to stay up. I'd do Charlton, I'd do Sheffield United. I think there's enough there. I think you're going from Pompey, and I think Pompey, the shout to being up there with the win they got today. Really good win. Blackburn, they got 2 back-to-back wins. If this new manager bounce works, they could go on a run. West Brom, they could be sacking their manager soon. And if they're having to then get another manager in and it doesn't work, they could be opening the trapdoor. And they got Leicester, who got a draw today. Gary Rowett is very good at getting people out of it. But I think it's between Pompey, Blackburn and West Brom. I think Oxford don't have enough, personally. If Leicester go down, it's not going to be a good story, but I hope we do the same. Bath will be back on loan if Millwall get promoted. I think that. I genuinely think that. I thought that if Millwall go up, Baz will try and get a loan out because he knows he might not play in many games or they might bring in a lot kind of thing. But you look at the table and the thing is, this season's table, if we had the team that Danny had last season and the run we were trying to pick up with a bit of positivity, we could quite easily have got into maybe top 6. I think we could have got top 6 because it's not a good championship. And that's the frustrating bit for every Wednesday fan. This is not the strongest championship that it's been in a long time. It's probably been one of the weakest championships it's been. And Coventry being up there, it shows what happens if you can sell players and get good add-ons and then build teams around players that you bring in. I think it'll be also Oxford and West Brom. I don't know, it's Leicester and West Brom are the ones that are kind of giving me that. I think Blackburn win will help, but their running is not nice. We said before on stream, Blackburn's running is what? Bristol, Derby, Pompey, Oxford, Millwall, Middlesbrough, Birmingham, West Brom, Stoke, Coventry, United, Southampton, Leicester. Leicester Blackburn could be an interesting one because that could be a relegation fight game. Then you've got West Brom versus us on the final day. That could be a relegation game for West Brom. Leicester's run is, oh God, Middlesbrough, Norwich, Ipswich, Bristol, QPR, Watford, Preston, us, Swansea, Pompey, Hull, Millwall, Blackburn Rovers, as I said. And West Brom's run till the end of the season is... Where's West Brom? Charlton, Oxford, so they've got to play another person in the relegation zone. Sheffield United, Southampton, Hull, Bristol, Wrexham, Blackburn, Millwall, Preston, Watford, Ipswich, and then us. If Volks is still at Oxford, yes. They don't rate him, to be fair. I've seen a lot of fans that don't rate him, which is dumb. Let's have a look at what Oxford's running is. See what they're like. Oxford's running is as follows. They got a good result today, though, versus Middlesbrough, 0-0. Stoke, West Brom, Preston, Blackburn, Charlton, Oxford, Hull, Pompey, Watford, Derby, Wrexham, us, oh God, Millwall. They all, nearly everybody in that bottom half play each other. Nearly everyone play each other. So, Blackburn, where is it? Blackburn, I've just seen West Brom. West Brom, Blackburn, West Brom game. That could be games that decide where they're going. The only team they're not playing is Leicester because they've played them already. So it's interesting. Have we not had DC fucking over the season? It really would have been our season. Maybe this year, best time to have a push. Yeah, it would have probably been your best time at any club really to go up. Please like the video, the stream, and subscribe if you're new. I'd much appreciate it. If there's any new people, please type in the comments. It'd be nice to have you in. We do like people who are from other clubs as well. But yeah, it would have been the best. It would have been the best to see if we could have done it. Like, so far, next season championship is looking like it's going to be what? Prem, Wolves, Burnley. I think they're both down. And it's either going to be West Ham, Forest, or even Tottenham Hotspur. What happens if Tottenham Hotspur go down? Right? And then League One, it could be Cardiff and Lincoln going up, which is looking like it's going to be. And that title race is so tight. They're both on the same amount of goal difference. One got a better goal again. One got a better goal for. One's lost 6, one's drawn 6, one won 21, the other won 20. And they both played the same amount of games. Make me laugh when we had Trevor Francis players subbing yourself on because your team is shit. Yeah. And then you've got the playoff pictures looking like Huddersfield Town, Bradford, Stockport, Bolton, and an honourable mention for Reading, Stevenage, and Wickham. Remember, Reading a while ago were in big trouble, similar to us, and they're knocking on the door. But another team that was in trouble was Wigan. Wigan are looking like they're going down. They're not looking good. Rotherham look like they're down. Port Vale are all but down. They're on 23. But Wigan and Northampton on 34 with Burton, Leyton Orient on 36. Donny might do enough to get out of it. And Barnsley are on 41, not the season they wanted. So you see what I mean? It's interesting. Annoyingly, at the minute, we will be having to do trip to Plymouth again by the looks of this, which is not what anybody wants. But hey-ho, they're on a good run at the minute, though. Back-to-back wins, which is decent for them. But we'll have to see what happens. And if you're thinking who could come up from League Two, so far it's looking like it's Bromley, Cambridge, Notts, but it could also be Swindon or MK Dons who could get there. And you could even have Chesterfield up. Last season, Tottenham win the Euro. This season, get Lincoln are flying. They're doing really, really well. I'm really impressed with how Lincoln have done. Just shows you if you can build a team and you build a manager around it, you can do anything. You can do it. Do Lincoln fans think coming up and coming straight back down? Maybe, but you have that season to prepare. You don't know once you get up there what you're going to do and what you'll be able to do. I'd love to see Lincoln in the Championship. I'd love to see Lincoln in the Championship with Wednesday. But we're not going to have that. At the minute, it is looking like we are going to have, what, 1, 2, 2 potential, 3, 4, like mini derbies, which will be good. Plymouth sneak a win and playoff. You'd heard it first. You could do that, Barry. I can see that. With the run they're on, they're doing really well. But if Reading got it, look at it. Shows you if you set things right after what's happened, you can then have it where you go back up. Reading were in a world of trouble last season, kept on nearly dropping it out into the next league. And they've managed to be a club that run properly, with a right manager, with a right recruitment, and are close to knocking on the door. And they could have it that, yeah, we miss out on playoff, but then we just build on that next season and go from there. And that's maybe something we have to do next season. But again, it's one of those things where you look at it and you go, let's see. I love Reading to go up. Same. I love Reading to go up. I love Bradford to go up. Bradford or Stockport to go up, because I don't think Stockport's ever been up, but Bradford going back up after all the years that they've been in League Two and having to get that ownership back. I like that. And Cardiff was a kind of bit of a given. I still think there's issue with their ownership, but I think because they're doing well, you're not hearing about it. And Lincoln are on the verge of getting a takeover at the minute. So they're another team that could have money coming in. Was Dawson on loan for Lincoln? Good question. That is a good question that I do not know the answer to, mate. So if you give me a minute, I'll let you know. Lineups. Roberts. I think Cam Dawson. You mean Cam Dawson, don't you? I think Cam's still at... I'm sure Cam's still at Rotherham, mate. Adam Reach is at Lincoln, though. Let's have a look. How long was Sunderland in League One? Let's have a look. Sunderland League One. Oh, bugger. Let's have a look. They were in League One 2020-21 season. Look. Dave Luke. Go to Sunderland. Sunderland were in League One for... look. I think they were in League One for most of their 20s. Let's have a look. I'm living at now. Cam Dawson is yeah, he's very, very well. I think they wanted to bring him back, didn't they? And they just couldn't get it done. They couldn't afford him. Really good keeper. I feel for him being at Rotherham, then being on the bench. Have a look. League One. So they were in League One from 18 to 19 seasons. So 1, 2, 3. They were in the League One for 4 seasons. The 4 seasons they were in League One. 3 seasons in the Championship. 1 season in the Prem right now. And they did 1 season in the Championship when they got relegated. So it was 4 seasons in League One. And in that they had Jack Ross, Phil Parkinson, Lee Johnson. Alex Neil was then the one that got them up. They then went into Championship. Tony Mowbray went in. Mike Dodds went in. And then they got Reggie Labisse in the Championship. And it changed it all. So yeah. They were in League One for 4 seasons. Long time in League One, that. Minimum you want to be in is 2. If you can help it. But that was 4 seasons of having to build it back up again. And then getting a manager in who could help get them out. That's the big thing. Alex, they just needed that manager. They came very, very close, if I remember, with Jack Ross. They did, but they operated as a trust, which gives them a lot of limitation finance. Yeah, they had to get a lot of money, didn't they? Tony Melton Mowbray. Yeah, not someone you like, is it? 2 options tomorrow: watch or visit the in-laws. Tough choice. I'm doing a watch along. Nat, you want to join us in that? You could watch along and then go to in-law while you're there. Possibility. That is a tough choice, though. I'm not gonna lie, that is a very tough choice. But yeah, I am doing a watch along tomorrow. It'll be a 11:30 start. It can be done. Yep. I think it's just getting the recruitment right and getting whoever's going to be manager right. As it looked there, Sunderland didn't get the manager right straight away. I think if you get that manager right straight away, you can go on to do really well. If you get it bottom. Visit the in-laws, at least you'll get some positivity out of it. Yeah, true. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I've been going for an hour. Jesus Christ, I didn't realize I've been going for 1 hour, 1 minute. Jesus Christ, that has flown by. It's nearly 8 o'clock. Jesus Christ. That has been a good live, guys. Thank you for that. It's been brilliant. We'll do a debrief on Monday night. Join us for that. Should be interesting. But thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for sticking with me this season. While this season's just been a nightmare. And just thank you for still being here and loving the content. And the more we'll just keep growing the channel as much as it goes. Because I love doing the channel. This is my 15th year doing this, or 16th year this year. I've been doing this for such a long time, so I don't want to stop. I enjoy what I do. So thank you for watching. I'll see you soon, guys. Have a good one. Bye.